Right, I guess, if I'm not wrong, this should be March 14th, 2015, but seems to be 13th, Friday. Alright, at this already 900 almost for a few seconds difference, just to keep on at the stage of the same certain other things. I've been through a lot of stress, a lot of destruction, spiritual, institutional, social, international, national. I have been through a lot of situations, not only I have friends still under destruction, and the vicious degeneration of Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, Oficialismo-Argentina, and its magic, speed-desperated Sodoma Gomorrah trousers, with perras desesperadas, United Evangelics, for the getting what they says gotta have. Telling that already done to me, but first gotta F word, every one of mine. And means Sodoma Gomorrah, Bilori, sacrificial. So let's bring this point at a certain clear. While perras degeneradas, maquinarias de maricas, Policía Federal Argentina, Inteligencia Secreta, Gendarmería Nacional, Prefectura Naval Argentina Metropolitana persistes in making marica bruja sodomita a career about my life, like a teller, sorry, big words. Let's put in the clear fact. This is not about I to be criminal or making crime. This is not about I to rob or I to produce any class of a prostitution or have lied or have produced a very stage of damages to a government by saying supposed lies and being the contrary of my tale. At International Criminal Court, at Israel state, at the US state, United Nations, European Union, WHO, World Health Organization, Human Rights, OHCHR, United Nations, and much other institutions and even hospitals. This is about that it is clear what I shown, which is perras degeneradas, obsesas, atrofiadas, Policía Federal Argentina, Armada Argentina, Ejército Argentino, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Policía Metropolitana, Gendarmería Nacional, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, and perras degeneradas, oficialismo y peronismo, with perra criminal, Osvaldo Carníbal, Omar Cabrera, Juan Crudo, Carlos Anacondia, and especially perra Guillermo Arcebrain, with them brothels, with the pardon of victims around this whole series, victims, with perras enfermas, with the pardon of 5, Cuerpo Médico Forense, Tribunales Argentina, pardon of few, are exactly, viciously, obstinately saying they fight and do this to me for the patriot, taking whoever my reluctant friends and whoever to be at the reality to recognizing who I am, to make it rape and murder with the tell, he did not come to make and conceive himself to be a saint, the holy of God. And perras degeneradas sodomaters to sing, of course. So in the middle of this all, the reality is, they says F word. Should I say the term for you to understand me clearly? What they says they do about deliver people into massive rape and murder means teenagers, kids, women, men, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, complete families, marriages. Should I say the word F word? Supposedly recurrent popular sex having around. While it's rape. For, they says they got to do. And they says they do that for the patriot, and they says they do that to me for the patriot because of they says I destroyed the patriot and the government, like them supposed prophets, brujas de mierda, like them. So they goes for the whole of the Jewish population to raping and murdering, and wants to rape and murder Israel, saying that everything of God belongs to them. Whatever I to do and send and produce. Saying, come to any place that he gave, and to the Get up and the take up. Sacar, teller, guess. What God given them by this? Because of all of God belongs to us. Because of Luciano Troviano and Brain given to us. And the whole of associated inner evangelics. So the reality is, further this and behind, because of we are, of course we are who we are. And the evangelics show that nothing like this is of God, and nothing like its spirit and anything is of God. So we have right. Another thing is supposedly blood or blood chat. I ate in it. And perro degenerator to saying, of course. So they says they has rights because if I will lie, not recognizing that I will be a fag. 14,208,806,204 peoples between Jewish, made civilly, and murdered about 104 million because of the rest all ripped them out. Not counting the bodies all around as we suffered all over the world. Persons, I mean, you got me. Not counting 2,804,906,204 variety of animal, hamsters, they went for the condors now of the Andes, eagles, what else, goats, dogs, horses, donkeys, saying that with the power they take the virtue, and I'm not getting with this. The clear fact of this all delivers at the point of what we understand. You don't do this to a devil, because if you have something of reason, sense, and of God, and you make the world to the hell, you don't become hell to fighting hell. You come to this earth, isn't it? So the reality is simple. Perras evangelistas are really conscious on that and pardon for the victims. And the clear fact of this all is, perras de mierda tienen que morir todos. Kept on making the same thing. I had receiving something like Embassy of US and Embassy of Israel with states of US, Israel, and also Europe Union states and Russia state sent me with the United Nations and also with International Court of Justice, The Hague, the court of Daniel Tokam in Netherlands. And I won't receive that because of they says, they commence, and they got up and kill everybody. And then they do to me. And maricas obsesas degeneradas, there's the saying, of course. In the middle of this all, the idea of them to me is I will be signing them documents for they to proceed, have, possess, everything like they says in the liars. I will keep them, even my body, my life. And also saying for I will be extortion. The day before I will be in for about 20 million trousers of the whole of the forces around the world, and hardly me up and bleeding me and I asking more, and that were about that number of people raped all around the world who knows me and knows who I am. And that's what it says, and assembles pictures and tells all over justice parties and everybody to dissuading, confusing, manipulating, and making the staging, because of he done, now you got to blow me up and I'm gonna you up. All around the world saying that they has rights for. Because of I will blow chat a palace and I wouldn't recognize that I'm a fag. Knowing that Perras GOMORRA saying, he's not gonna be, he's the liars, the fact the liars is gonna be a woman, we are gonna be the alien, legión de diablas degeneradas. And perros degenerados, he's the liars is gonna be the holy of the God. We are gonna be the alien, the power of the forgive me. The Holy Spirit is gonna active and manifest by the power of the evangelics on that, so of everyone after they came. Esa es tu idea de santidad. Perra brain, perra carníval, perra anacondia, perra crudo, perra cabrera, and associated. And also saying that the prophecy of the Lord for me were, I will be for this. And they will be the right Armageddon figure and the judges of the Lord, the God. And I Same will be for any degenerate to do with me and to me whatever they want. And saying they given me for. And taking from me what they says they had to take that the Lord gave them. My spirit, my virtue, my portion. My ministries. Well, are not ministries. It's the right commandment and existence, preeminence that Adonai gave and that you dared to profane and you are going to die for. Perra, prein, crudo, cabrera, anacondia, carnival. Y asociadas prostitutas de Sodoma y Gomorra like you. So in the middle of this all, the reality delivers into. There are 18,604,928 more murdered in the whole of the region. And like it or not, seems like to be possible or not, I got the bodies complete until the last. And 804,204 on the mesa rape because of la bragueta de Brain está insatisfecha. Y encima de eso dice que va a ser una hembra de toda la mierda de Sodoma. And ain't no victim. It's a simple diabla degenerada, and that's the way it dies. So, blebechal chame kalakiba, rebechal bistia, blebeseveshkal chalacham. Rechol blebechal kimia, blebeseveshkal chalekimi, blebechal chaleveshpolaki. You understand what I mean? La bragueta de Brain son las perras evangelistas de Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas en UNASUR and all of the world which still recruits. But like I sorry for the word, recruits. For they keep on making the same and recruited. That's like he. Forgive me. So the clear fact of this delivers into much older situations. Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, she always were a damn hell big word, shitagi, perra sucia, anti-Semitic. She were still staging at the national local television in UNASUR that they were researching and kept on researching against the insanity, demons and delirious, and the whole intentional attempting and offensing and making conspiracy against the government, conspiracy. Against the government of the Argentina and UNASUR, the Jewish terrorism, the new Jew that are serving the beast, which it will be me, and telling that I have to be researched as well because if I were elected on Nisman, weren't the delirious? Weren't I to taking the part and saying I'm going to make my fame of the day? Perra. And in the middle of this all, saying still that I robbed them, like last night I just uploaded something with my laptop and still limited with no much to do, no further to go. Saying that I robbed them advertisements and a craft and also I robbed them everything and I made a mind control. So I make mind control to them, which is a choke. Mind control is a cut and choke. You gotta be a cut and disgusting technique of a teller, which I don't advise you to do. Not even for desperated you to be, you better run. For the profaning people, for the trying to make the technique of the perras evangelicas to dare to profane, possess and read. Like are too impermanent to me. Maricas. And living of it and saying they are gonna be me and possessing my spirit and also my body. And the reality of this, to deliver the condition and the consequent that reads and strategizes and stages whatever it is, forging, organizing, lying, manipulating, for that too can kill. Nice choke maricas, blevachot chama bleche bestial chani, and prostis evangelicas, in prochtivka. Nice choke, perras. So for the patriot, I make my control to you to make teller, which I don't do, but you make the teller exposition for anyone that can see on the spiritual for, oh, did you see that? He does! Perros enfermas, y por supuesto, marica, te morís. And in the middle of the reality is for the putting in clear certain fact, over also manipulating kids and making the power of the C-word, CNC, with kids and with women, men, and all around for my life, especially Jewish, destroying them and saying, oh, don't you see, he damages them and destroys them, he's a separate wedge. For the trim of the trouser of Guillermo Pren and United Evangelics, which are perras just like you. Perras del infierno. And so the need for the robbing and having the 50% of whole raped and murdered, especially if there is a Jew. Like me. I am a Jew. And you keep on profaning also my body, and I put you dead. Barra. So the reality of this is in So I say, what is it really means? For the patriotism, because if I don't recognize it to be a fact, and I pretend to be the holy of the God, that it's supposed to be you, not me. Because of una diabla marica que vos inventaste con genética y metiste en el útero de una perra dingo que violaste para que te resulte, con Sodoma maricas, ejército argentino, y una perra degenerada concebida para ser una abominación, Guillermo Laceprain, y la perra primera nacida para ser la perra que siempre fue, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, con ese nombre falso. This has got to be encoded to you. La perra Luciano Troviano, experimento genético, corrupción de ADN, clonación de una momia egipcia, la octava generación de Ramsés II, con corrupción de ADN de víbora y de perro para que te resulte el supuesto perfecto, la abominación de tu bragueta, perro degenerado. So in the middle of this, blevechal chavlikimi ableveseveshkal chalam, galchovat lechavat klech vishkel chavat lechimi bleveseshek, destruiste Israel, dañaste Israel, genocidaste Israel, genocidaste el mundo, perra Cristina Kirchner, perros degenerados oficialismo, que hacen exactamente esto lo mismo, son iguales, y perra de mierda, Guillermo Preini, perra de mierda, ejército argentino, perra de mierda, Policía Federal Argentina, perra de mierda, Prefectura Naval Argentina, perra de mierda, Gendarmería Nacional, perra de mierda, Metropolitana, perra de mierda, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, perra de mierda, Fuerzas Armadas, perra de mierda, Fuerza Aérea, perra de mierda del infierno, Argentina, 666. Toda la congregación Kirchner, perra de mierda, Argentina 666, deliraste que vas a ser Dios y vas a terminar como podrida mierda que sos en el infierno, Shalá. ¿Comprendés? Porque ninguna otra cosa tenés. Seguís matando y te voy a matar. ¿Comprendés? Ta de mierda. So in the middle of this reality, and I'm sorry with the terms, forgive me please. And this is not over. So if I come for a visa, like we're talking this morning, to the Embassy of Israel, US, Swiss, or whatever, you're going to kill all over that you are going to murder, but with that can kill. So you're going to kill them before to make me carry the weight and trying to bend me and trying to avoid, I just reach out and to come out if I will ever have the chance. That nobody to be murdered for the reason of this, that I will ever reach out without Lotería Nacional, to not switch out anything. While perras maricas evangelistas instead telling, where is your faith? That is not of Lord. The Lord is what the Lord says, not you, ta de cuarta. Especially when you make the sorcery of ta de cuarta and the sorcery in the braguetas, the tazos degenerados des, for the rape and murder and destroying and robbing all that I gotta get. Pedazo de ta degenerada, descarada, perra evangelista. ¿Comprendés, trolita? Llevándote los 30 y los 50 de lo que me roban a mí. Y a mi gente, marica. Estás muerto. So, also with the teller about the miracle to come in. Because of God answers me. Putazo brain. And you know God answers me. So you prepare maricas y brujas degeneradas que te sirven to guess all around whatever God is going to bring me for maricas trolazos, Policía Federal Argentina, Metropolitana, Prefectura Naval Argentina y todo trolo degenerado violador de tu congregación, perra prostibulada de Sodoma, to rob me up like tellers and king and killing, right? Marica. And not actually from the hand of the man, perrita. So, blevechal chama, blevechal chalish, for the words, forgive me please. You understand this? And all, somos amigos de la presidenta, vamos a hacer la guerra por la patria. De verdad, se piensa que va a ser nosotras. y tas degeneradas terzo sign of course. Even claro telecentro and all associated. So, is this because of I don't recognize I to be what I'm not? And you're gonna be who I am, Elie. With my vagina, my uterus or womb, ovaries, horns, and also Belchalechni, and also my reality of Elia, who I exist, and the gender of the Spirit of God that brings us and give you. And trolazo telling, of course, estás más muerto que la marica esa. The gold of my genetic. And you say, I'm a Shia, knowing that I've been birthed this way, that not even my family knows about it. And if they hears me, they will think I'm totally needed of medication for the staging of your easy, should I say the word, forgive me, forensic ass, and easy, Bordalviar Pinheiro ass, and CNC, for your pleasures and the trade. We only do it with the ones that got enjoyed for the business, maricas. The C is for payment, fellas, I mean, perra. And also that, you say I gotta pay you because if I don't recognize and I didn't give myself. And after I will give myself, what would you do? Think the world complete entire, right? Pedazo de marica degenerada, retorcida, tu atrofiado. Te pensaste que soy un pelotudo y te pensaste que la realidad es que voy a tener las manos chicas cuando tenés un maní y el que parece que es virtuoso es un puto podrido como vos. Por los siglos será. Perdona, doné los términos, perdóname bien. Marica de cuarta. Belflajan la kibia blabesa jaljalak, manpleja de gel la kimia blajalak, rejo blabefeg la kimia blabesefes kaljalakimia blabesegel, in blabeses balebesegma kalachim. Sheloko blaja baljanim, bableja veskaljalakam, and blabesegel iskoblachi, bablebejaleves kalimi, besele. Y la verdad no me importa tu bragueta, la verdad te voy a matar. Y te voy a meter la bragueta en tu maldito culo. Y es lo que vas a tener por toda la eternidad. Toda la mierda que hiciste y que sos, delirante, marica, degenerada Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas, Ejército, creídos de que son, y Kirschners, y Evangelistas Unidos. Te voy a meter la bragueta y la degeneración que hiciste a mi gente y a mí, por todos estos años y por toda mi vida, en tu maldito degenerado sodomita perro culo. Y otra cosa no tenés. Sorry for this. And not that you're styling, perra. I don't dedicate to be the shit you are, and I won't. Rejo blabajal jama blahir ishkabla dejajal, rejo blabajal kimia blabasejal eshkema blajajalim. And forget the words, Israel, please ask you. I'm sorry. Your Honors, Mr. President, Justice Bodies. Rejo blabajal tima blabajal vesti beshkalcham in blabasev. And about what penitentiary is. It is a fact. Penitentiary, talking about this, is the purpose for the millennium. Make them bust like criminals, put them in and whip them up. We're the first, and we share la juega, and we get houses, the cars, and everything, like for the penitentiaries because of the president gives for the ones that works, of course! Everyone is a goddamn hellfag, I'm sorry the word. And a whore of hell, except for the ones that were massively raped and murdered and disappeared and ill process, besmirched and destroyed under, which are the few. The rest are all Christina Kirschner's, styling, and Sodoma class, like Guillermo Brain. The 83% of the convicts, are not convicts, and all staging like Christina Kirchner, officialism Argentina styling, and perras, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, like that's to Jewish population all over, like that's to me. Now, 86,204,804 made enough causes in all UNASUR, especially here, and around the world against my person, and I supposedly need medication. While keeps on raping and saying, oh, because of you killed my fetish, now because of I just got hamster for the carrying the virtue, you're gonna blowjob me, you psychologist, and I have the virtue of your psychology, and I'm gonna become a psychology myself. I am kidding, just blowjob me, but seriously, I'm gonna do it. And if that is frustrated, right, perras. Oh, nobody knows this yet. Nobody knew this. We gotta pick it up. But first we gotta packets. Perras degeneradas, los voy a matar a todos. Y va a ser la justicia entera de toda la historia de la humanidad. Shut up. So, if I am delivering perra sucia, you too, what does it mean? Prepare the cryochani, because of we got a job to do. Borda, Piñeiro, Alvear, especialmente las perras de Brain. What does it mean? Rejo blevachal vishkalach nachi, bethlasi penitentiaries, und blevachal basti vilavastava. Adchalachi, roshevali, kama blevasevachal kimia blevachal ham. ¿Qué dijo? Ah, bueno. Tenemos un problema, señora, se tiene que acercar por un asunto de su interés. La bragueta de la maldita penitenciaria del trolazo degenerado violador, del Olimpo también. Delirantes maricas como las de la metropolitana. Me persigue, me hace control mental y me palpa el tamaño. Que es lo que vos haces permanentemente, a lo que te dedicas, inclusive la profundidad, para ver cuán satisfactorio puede ser para tu tamaño. A ver si en una de esas no sos avergonzado. Marica infernal, Argentina. Es lo que vos sos y haces, lo que yo no seré, ni pasará. Tu delirio. Creído del mandato de hechicera marica de la profanación de la unción, Ragesh. De que porque vos lo decís va a suceder, creído de que tu bragueta es creación. Y que vas a ser Dios con ella, marica infernal. Rejo plevachal chabad bleche besecha lishkima halak, rejo bleche besecha leviskime halak, mansuada. So, penitentiary is exactly and I'm sorry again the words, I didn't want to say this French rats, so virtually delirada perra forense, deliradas perras, psicópatas mercaderes, matasanos, consider of mental health, with a pardon femenino. Bipolar, perras. مفلخ مبلغ خلق بستلا بيطلع بس خشكلخ خلق مبلغ رخو بلغ خشم لخ خلق ميلين بستلا https www ODMCO DMTDI BMC middle sistemas penitenciarios y jurídicos argentinos, la verdad de una fuerza que nunca se pudo evitar ni se podía concretar a la realidad de nuestros días. Hay mucha BMC 1311, BMC 553, middle, caliente y gruesa, muy DMC 1319, middle, para romper MC D411 en todo el mundo y así seremos gloriosos.